everybody, and welcome to another edition of SNL, Saturday Night Library Trivia. This series was created by Carrie and Amber at the Powell Branch, and I'm your host, Mandy, from the Powell Branch. Today, we have special guests, Carrie and Amber.
Hi.
Hi. Much spoken about, never heard until this moment. Our theme this week is Jeopardy, so we have kind of multiple rounds this time. It kind of goes with that Jeopardy kind of vibe. If you want to grab a piece of paper and pen, that is cool. I don't know how you would cheat on this one, but please do not cheat. You can pause this video at any time. There is no time limit. And the prize for the winning person or team is that you are a Jeopardy level genius, which is better than a normal level genius. Today's category is Jeopardy. There are a variety of categories and themes, and just like actual Jeopardy, each category has 5 questions, but they do not get harder as they go along. They're all kind of hard because it's Jeopardy. All right, let's go. The first category is I on science. So these are science words that begin with the letter I.
A form of an element with a standard number of protons, but a non-standard number of neutrons.
All right, question 2. Feldspar is classified as this type of rock. You guys are already like, these questions are too hard. Some are easier, some are kind of harder. I don't know.
Okay, question number 3. Fiberglass and cork act as these when slowing or stopping thermal currents.
You sound so smart right now.
Okay, question 4. A woman's eggs are fertilized outside her body in this method of assisted reproductive technology.
Number 5. Oh, of course I got the one with the word I don't know how to pronounce. The Kuiper Airborne Observatory searched for stars and planets emitting this type of radiation. Yeah, I didn't know that. Kuiper.
That sounds good.
If you said Godzilla radiation, that's science fiction. We're trying for real science right now. All right, next category. U.S. rivers that flow north. This is very specific.
Okay, question number 1. The Mojave River streams north for 100 miles through the desert in this state.
Question 2. The colorful river flows north, forming 440 miles of the North Dakota-Minnesota border, and then on to Canada.
Colorful's a clue. That's the thing with Jeopardy. You just have to know how they ask the question. Like, it's not... Sometimes there's a clue in the question, and then you hear the answer, and you're like, okay. Question 3. The Willamette River flows north for about 180 miles into this river near Portland. I'll give you a clue. It's also the name of a camping brand. Is that too good? It's too late now.
Question 4. The Niagara River travels north 36 miles between these 2 Great Lakes.
So we're looking for the names of the lakes on this one.
Okay, question number 5. One of Pittsburgh's 3 rivers. It runs 128 miles north to join the Allegheny.
Carrie is from Pittsburgh, so she gets the Pittsburgh questions.
Come on, yins, better get this.
There's something I saw on a map yesterday that was where you say y'all or you all, and then there was this little yins.
How many yins are?
Alright, the next category is 16-letter words. These are very long words.
Question 1. Anything that excludes you from consideration for a job.
It's funny when you look
funny answers.
when you have the answers in front of us and they're all exactly the same length because they're 16 letters. Question 2. Adjective meaning working the opposite way from what instinct suggests. That makes sense. I like the next one though. I like the way that they worded it.
paper bag method is no longer widely recommended if you find yourself doing this. Learn controlled breathing.
Question 4. Adjective for the part of life and career of George W. Bush that began in January 2009.
For a second I was like, oh no, wait, he passed away. And then I was like, no, that was senior. Bush is still
The other
fine.
one.
It's the other one. And 5. I'm glad I got this question because I really want to go to Maine. Look at the map of the contiguous United States and you'll see that this 16-letter superlative adjective applies to Maine. And even the questions are 16 letters on this thing. Superlative? Really?
A lot of big words here.
My brain was like, superlative! Alright, next category should be easier because it's beer. Cheers, Sean.
Okay, question number 1. A star has been on the label of this Dutch beer since 1884.
I knew all the. I don't know if that. I knew all these answers. That's probably not for the best.
Question 2. This 3-word brand has been billed as the champagne of beers.
Not true.
It's not true.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Now that I know fans.
Oh yeah, there's fans for sure. Question 3. At the fair, people got their first taste of this beer that won a prize, and that became part of its name. This question also contained a reference to Aunt Jemima debuted at this World's Fair, but she's in disrepute this week, so she has been removed, as she will be removed from the ad campaign. I wish I knew which fair, because like ice cream cones were invented at the World's Fair, the Ferris wheel. You read the Devil. Everybody who read the Devil in the White City knows this. I don't know if it's the same one though.
Question number 4. Boston Lager and a Rebel family of beers are sold by this maker that says it's brewing the American dream.
I got to go to this brewery last year. Shout out to Andy Bartlett. He got to go with me. We were at a conference. Well, we weren't at a conference that day. We were at this brewery and it was awesome.
Question 5. This Mexican beer brand uses a black eagle in its logo.
Yeah, I like this one. I like this one.
I love all Mexican beers.
Yeah.
With lime.
With the lime. You get a Taco Tuesday going? Woo. Alright, next category, languages. Bonjour! I like that guy. Question 1. What is the world's most widely spoken language? And I'm looking for specificity on this one. Tricky. This is hard. I've had about 3 in mind, and then it's like, oh yeah.
Question 2. What is the most widely spoken language in Africa?
I got this one wrong.
I think everybody can do it.
I don't want to give away what I thought it was, and the answers will talk about it.
Makes you think?
Well, I also think I overthought it. Like, yeah.
Question 3. This language has 2 main written forms, modern standard and classical, the language of the
Quran.
Quran.
Quran is a good clue on this one.
So I was going to stumble.
You were slowing down.
It's in a literal different language. It's okay. Question 4. This language is spoken by about 11 million in Europe and about 200 million in South America. This one's hard.
That's not what I think it is.
For a second, I way overthought it and was like, is it German? Because all the Nazis went to Argentina. Like, no, there were
that
200 million Nazis
that
in
many.
Argentina. Like, what are you
Wow.
talking about, Mandy?
Question number 5. Is the official language common to Belgium, Canada, and Monaco?
She's trying not to say Canadian right now.
That's very hard for me.
All right, next category, shopping.
Question 1. These stores first opened in 2001, taking more money per square foot than any other U.S. retailer, almost doubling Tiffany's.
I thought this was IKEA. I'll give you guys a clue. It's not IKEA. I got this one wrong. square foot thing. That's the.
That's
Think,
the key.
think of something real small and expensive, more expensive than Tiffany's. Question 2. The name of this beauty products store comes from the Greek word for beauty and Zipporah, the name of Moses' wife. I probably didn't pronounce that right. In the comments, tell me how that's actually pronounced. Zipporah. I mean, that's gotta be it.
Something to that effect. Question number 3. This retail clothing chain started out as a single store in San Francisco in 1969 that sold jeans and records.
Love this retail store.
Uh-huh.
I want to be like sponsored by and then see if I can get some free jeans because I do love them. I had the best hoodie I've ever owned came from this store. So good.
Question 4. The shopping mall nicknamed Pentagon City is located conveniently near the Pentagon in this city.
This one's kind of a trick question too. And question 5. This department store on Brompton Road has been called London's most famous. I heard they used to have a dress code at this that you had to be in like a nice outfit to go shopping. All right, next category, Ohio history. Go Ohio!
Question number 1. Ohio's flag is in this shape.
I will accept 2 answers on this one. I shouldn't, but I will.
Amber never would. Nope.
Yeah, these guys are much more strict than I am. When we do this trivia in a non-electronic form, it's usually at the Daily Growler in Powell, and these guys do actual prizes. So they're very strict. I'm like, you're smart if you win. Like, there's no prizes for mine.
Question 2. What was Ohio's number in terms of statehood?
There are technically 2 possible answers for this due to a paperwork flub. So we'll get there. Number 3. What is this? You guys know what this is.
Didn't I?
Everybody's like, I took a school trip.
Question 4. What's the lowest point in Ohio? Hint, it's underwater.
Question 5. Which of these inventions were not created in Ohio? A. Ambulance service. B. Slinky. C. Pop top cans. Those are Pop-Tarts. D. Cash register.
Eat Pop-Tarts! You obviously want a Pop-Tart right now.
That's what I was reading it.
Very interesting.
Alright, next category, food! Shout out to Spirited Away. That scene's amazing. Question 1. Usually roasted squab is a young one of these birds. Once I figured out what this was, I was like, oh no. It's not good.
Question 2. The name of this sauce is Italian for in sailor style.
This one really surprised me. And then I went too hard. I was guessing like clam sauce or something because I was thinking of the ocean. No. Don't overthink it.
Question 3. In diner slang, an MD isn't a Mountain Dew, but it's this soft drink.
So if you guys don't know what diner slang is, it's like you yell something so you can talk faster to serve the food faster. So you have to think of something that would be called an MD. That isn't Mountain Dew. But it's still a drink. Question 4. Liquid gold is what Kraft calls this processed product used in shells and cheese. I am a known fan of this processed product.
Question 5. The main difference between these 2 desserts that end in the same 3 letters is that one contains dairy and the other does not.
Alright, this next category is called Oh Heck. It's actually O-H-E, double hockey sticks, but I didn't want to say the real word in case there's kids around.
Family show.
So yeah, it's a family show, so all of these questions are going to be related to the going to the bad place.
Question 1. This 1321 poem of more than 14,000 lines details a journey to hell, purgatory, and heaven.
She said it.
Oh, sorry.
We can't keep saying heck.
Amber's
So-
going.
Question 2. In Latin, his name means light bearer. Please allow Mick Jagger to introduce him in Sympathy for the Devil. I did not know this. I learned way too much about the Latin Greek thing that just happened. Do you guys know the book Horns by Joe Hill? Oh, it's a really good book. It's about the devil kind of, and they're in the end papers for non-librarians. That's the pages before you get to the pages. He has please allow me to introduce myself. Or no, pleased to meet you. Won't you guess my name in Morse code all over and over again? I looked it up while I was reading the book. That was good too.
Question 3. In 2001, we toured with this band whose name comes from a river in Hades, and who sang "Come Sail Away."
Come sail away.
Come and sail away with me.
I don't know that song that good. I'm not in good range on that one.
I love that song. All their songs.
Question 4. In Paradise Lost, this prince of devils is a chief lord of the land down under, second only to Satan.
This one's got a good lyric to it too, but I don't want to give it away. Think Queen though. And question 5. This Civil War general didn't just say that war was heck, he said it was all heck. It was heckin' bad. Also, I guess the wrong general. There's like only... Yeah.
There's a lot.
There's a lot, but there's only a couple really famous ones. No, I guess the wrong one. Alright, next category, literature.
Question 1. In Charlotte's Web, Templeton is this creature. Boo hiss.
Question 2. The first book in
I think it's Stieg Larsson.
Stieg Larsson's trilogy about computer hacker Lisbeth Salander is the girl with this.
She had a bunch of other things after. This is the first one. Question 3. 12th century England is the setting in Ken Follett's historical novel These of the Earth. So the title is Blank of the Earth.
Good book. Just read it.
Oh, it's long.
Yeah. Only read the first one. Okay. There's 3.
Oh, there's 3.
They're all
Question 4. When he first saw Becky Thatcher, a certain Amy Lawrence vanished out of his heart and left not even a memory. I love those books.
It's a quote.
Question 5. This author once said that The Little Mermaid was the only one of his stories he felt moved by when he wrote it.
Alright, and last category, Broadway. Question 1. Based on a book and a film, its opening song is The Candyman. Who's the Rat Pack guy, the Candyman? It's unrelated to this question.
Dean Martin?
No. Sammy Davis Jr. sang The Candyman. Different.
Did he?
Yeah, but this is not, it's unrelated.
Question 2. Waitress, which opened in 2016, features music and lyrics by this singer-songwriter.
Question 3. She starred on Broadway in Fanny in 1954, 15 years before she began mothering the Brady Bunch.
Question 4. TV Golden Girl who played the matchmaker in Fiddler on the Roof. I love Fiddler on the Roof. I made my husband watch it. He was like, this is 10 hours long. I love it.
That was huge.
Yeah. I'm resisting singing any of the songs right now.
Question 5. Characters in this Sondheim musical include a witch,
It's time for answers. Category 1, ion science. Form of an element is an isotope. So all these obviously they start with ice.
Question 2. Feldspar is classified as this type of rock is igneous.
Question 3. Fiberglass and cork act as these when slowing or stopping thermal permits in snares.
3. A woman's egg outside her body is in vitro. In utero is a Nirvana album.
Question 5. The Cooper or Kuiper or whoever airborne observatory is infrared.
That was a hard one, I think. All right, U.S. rivers that flow north.
Oh, California Republic.
Yes, California. The Mojave
That is
River
my
streams
turn, I'm
north
sorry.
in California. Colorful river we were talking about in this is the Red River.
Answer number 3 is Columbia.
So that was my clue with the Columbia, the company that makes like tents and stuff.
Answer to number 4 is Erie in Ontario.
Oh, no, I need Carrie to do this one.
The answer to number 5 is Monongahela.
Good job.
Not the Yakagani.
Why these names? All right, 16-letter words. First one, disqualification. That's a really long one.
Number 2 is counterintuitive.
Number 3 is hyperventilating.
Nobody hyperventilate, please. This is just trivia. 4 is post-presidential.
Answer to 5 is northeasternmost. It is a word.
Amber looked it up. It's a real word. All right, beer. These are easier to say.
Heineken.
Heineken has a star on it. Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. There's a song. There's a whole thing.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Bieber. I have a PBR beer opener in my cabinet from like 1950. It's really cute. It's like brass.
Sam Adams.
Sam Adams. I went to their brewery. It was so fun. And Tecate. All right, languages.
First answer is Mandarin.
I will not accept Chinese. It needed to be Mandarin. If you said Mandarin Chinese, then that's okay.
Swahili.
I guessed French. I was going way too hard because I was thinking like the northern part of Africa or the northern countries in Africa.
That was hard. Could have been Arabic too.
Language's 2 main written form is Arabic.
Answer to number 4 is Portuguese.
Not German, Mandy.
And the answer to number 5 is French.
French. All right, shopping. The stores that opened in 2001 are Apple, and they double Tiffany's per square foot sales. That's crazy.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The answer to number 2 is Sephora.
Number 3 is the Gap.
I love the Gap. 4, the shopping mall, Pentagon City, is in Arlington, Virginia. If you said Washington, D.C., you got tricked.
The answer to 5 is Harrods.
Harrods, so fancy. All right, Ohio history.
Pennant or triangle?
I guess I'll take.
Flag.
I want to give you like a half point for triangle, but I'll accept it. Okay, so Ohio technically was 17th statehood, but there was some flub where they forgot to do the paperwork until after Hawaii was a state. So if you said like 49th to 51st or 17th, you're correct. I forget if it was right before Hawaii or right after, but I feel it was like 1950 something.
That's a long.
They figured out that Ohio never really signed the paperwork like we do.
And the answer to number 3 is the Serpent Mound.
And number 4 is the Ohio River.
It's the lowest point. I don't know if like how far Ohio shoots up into Erie, but it's the answer that I saw was Ohio River. And finally, Slinky was not invented in Ohio. It was invented in Pittsburgh. All right, food. Or no, Philly. Sorry, not Pittsburgh. Philly. Philly.
Really?
No, Carrie would have known. It's Philly. We were just talking about Pittsburgh.
Answer to question number 1 about the squab is a pigeon.
Pigeon.
Yum.
Yeah.
Answer to number 2 is marinara.
3, if you're asking for an MD at a diner, it's a Dr. Pepper, because he didn't go to medical school for 7 years for you to call him Mr. Pepper.
The answer to 4 is. Go ahead.
Velveeta! I'm having it tonight. I'm not even joking. I'm putting it on vegetables, though, because I'm an adult. Oh, this one, we don't know how to pronounce this.
Sherbet.
Sherbet and sorbet, or sherbet and sorbet. I don't know how y'all say it. Put in the comments how you actually pronounce it. We're going sherbet and sorbet. Sherbet has dairy. Oh, heck.
The answer to question 1 is The Divine Comedy by Dante.
Dun, 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 dun. I looked it up. It's called a comedy because it has a happy ending, not because it's funny.
Number 2 is Lucifer.
Pleased to meet you.
Three is... Oh, you stay at Carrie.
I
You
must
said-
have it. It's 6. Yay!
Carrie was saying she listens to a yacht rock channel on Sirius.
It is the best.
I don't know that.
Beelzebub has a devil put aside for
I want to
me.
keep saying Beazle.
Well, I only say it because Queen says it that way.
Yeah, I say it how
Beelzebub.
Freddie Mercury says it.
I think
I
that's
wasn't thinking
British.
that, but when I see it, I want to say Beazle.
Yes, everybody does, except for the Brits.
All right, and the Civil War General William T. Sherman said that everything was heck. It's all heckin' bad. All right, books, literature.
The answer to number 1 in Charlotte's Web is he's a rat.
My dog wants to eat him. He wants to eat every rat.
Number 2 is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
3 is Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett.
4 is Tom Sawyer.
If you said, oh, what's the other one? I totally just forgot what the other thing
Huckleberry
is.
Finn.
Yeah, if you said
Not right.
If
No.
you said Huckleberry Finn, quarter point, because you were on the right track.
Amber and I do not accept.
Amber and I do not accept. Amber does not accept.
Number 5 is Hans Christian Andersen.
All right, last category, Broadway. 1 is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. If you said Willy Wonka, 0 points. I'm going to be harsh on this one, too.
Come on.
0!
That is not the full title.
The waitress is Sarah Bareilles.
Bareilles.
Bareilles. Oh, I can't. do that.
Bareilles.
I can't roll that R.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Florence Henderson.
Look how little she is. Think about 15 years before Brady Bunch, she must have been like 18.
Yeah, she's young.
4, it's my girl B. Arthur. There she is, doing Fiddler. Pretty amazing. She played the matchmaker.
Number 5 is Into the Woods.
Also a movie. So, how did you do? If you got less than 20 correct, you lasted for 1 episode of Jeopardy, and then you got booted. If you got 20 to 40, you're returning for day 2, like our director, George Needham, who was on 2 days of Jeopardy. And if you got over 40, you're basically Ken Jennings. You're pretty much a genius. Thanks for playing, everybody. Next week, our theme is going to be mascots.
Yes.
So for anybody, we've gotten some requests for some sports stuff. So there's some sports mascots. There's some corporate mascots. Amber and Carrie just made this one up, so it'll be super fun. Thanks for playing, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for making all these great trivias all the time. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.